Hey, all the people who say I'm a cold-hearted cynic who has no heart and doesn't know how to cry and hates movies for no reason and loves movies for no reason. No, what? Excuse me. Sorry. Um, Here's my answer to you. Not always. Hi everyone, it's me, Grant, the movie and TV guy. Welcome to Raise on Popcorn with Grant, everybody. And today we are talking about a movie. Movies and TV, that's what we do here. And this one is a movie. The next one is a movie in a way, if you're being charitable. We'll start with the first one, and spoiler alert, when I thought of Megalopolis, the good one, which is this one. Hi everyone, it's me, Grant, the movie and TV guy. Welcome to Some Popcorn with Grant, everybody. And today we are talking about a movie. Movies and TV is what we do here, and that movie is The Wild Robot. The Wild Robot is directed by Chris Sanders, who among his previous credits includes uh, a couple of movies that are perfectly fine, like The Croods and Call of the Wild. But he also has in his roster two all-time bangers, and you can probably add this to that. Those being Lilo and Stitch, love that movie, and How to Train Your Dragon, also love that movie. Who doesn't? So, you Drew. Hey everyone, what's up? Hey Drew, V with Drew Radicu, how's it going, buddy? Um, now we have The Wild Robot, and this is the third. Well, this is, to me, his third great film. So what is The Wild Robot? It's also based on a series of books. So The Wild Robot centers on Rosum, 1847. I'm pretty sure that's the number, or Roz for short. She is a helpful robot assistant. She is voiced by Lupita Nyong'o. The always terrific Lupita Nyong'o. And when we meet her, we literally meet her in free fall. Her pod that she comes in crashes and goes through a storm and seemingly takes out most of the rest of her fleet. But she is awoken by these otters in the middle of this forest, this beautiful greenery. And beautiful is the operative word here. Very soon, she walks through the wilderness wanting to assist whoever she can, still in her analytical robot phase. In that, she has a run-in with a grizzly bear, eventually voiced by Mark Hamill, and falls and tragically lands on a bird's nest, accidentally, in the process, killing the mother and several of the babies. Yeah, this movie's kind of dark, but one egg remains. She touches it. It opens, it hatches a baby duckling who imprints on the robot, and thinks, are you my mother, if you will. And despite, as she in one of the many good gags in this film, I do not have the programming to be a mother. Eventually she does come to bond with this duckling or this goose rather, this gosling rather, who she dubs Brightbill, and Brightbill grows up, and he has a small wing. He struggles to fly. She decides to teach him, and eventually begins to, as they say, go native. Roz begins to bond with the animals and literally talk to the animals. Like literally, she creates a whole new program to understand their dialect, and eventually she becomes a wild robot. And very soon, various threats, both within the jungle and from her home, threaten to tear her away from her new family. Can Roz survive and be there for her animal friends at the same time? Let the laughs and the tears begin. Yeah. You know how I said Inside Out 2 is the best animated film of the year? Inside Out 2 is one of the best animated films of the year, and it's probably going to end up on my best of list at the end of the year. The Wild Robot is one of the best animated films I've seen this century. Yeah, I loved this movie. I absolutely adored The Wild Robot. I thought this movie was absolutely delightful. And I went in kind of with, it looked good and all, but I was kind of going in like, okay, this could go either way. This movie floored me right off the bat. I was charmed. It was funny. It's also a much better movie about goose migration than that stupid piece of crap migration from last year. This movie is funny. It's heartfelt. It's moving. Seriously, pun very much intended. If you don't cry during at least a couple of moments in this movie, you might be a robot. And not even a wild robot, because they actually have hearts and souls and minds and are wonderful. I love this movie. This movie is, I saw this movie in IMAX. It looked beautiful. My only downside is I wish I could have seen it in IMAX 3D. We did not have the IMAX 3D version at our theater, which is too bad. I want to see it again in 3D because it looked great. Bet 3D would be really good. The animation style, which is very much a recent sort of standard for DreamWorks. DreamWorks Animation worked on this film. They also did it with their entry almost 2 years. I can't believe it's been almost 2 years since Puss in Boots 2: The Last Wish. But it's that style. It's sort of a mix of the sort of watercolor hand-drawn and CGI. And it's beautiful. It looks beautiful. And the environment of this movie, the way that everything works. But what grounds it is this really quiet little story. It almost reminded me of Miyazaki, the best of Miyazaki, in the sense that this is a movie about motherhood. This is a movie about growing up. It's a movie about being othered. It's a movie about this Gosling who has, a smaller wing and is chastised by his peers. And it's about, maybe it's an allegory for autism. Maybe it's an allegory for, being a child with disabilities, whatever you want to go with it. But it's deep. It's also about industry and environment and all that. But at the same time, it's never heavy-handed. It is always funny. It's about something. It's a real film. It's not just some kiddie cartoon. It is a real film with a heart and a brain. It's like a friend of mine once said, he goes, that example of a great movie is one that is the full Wizard of Oz. And I asked him what he meant by that. And this movie is perfect for this. He goes, does it have a heart? Does it have a brain? Does it have does it have a heart? Does it have a brain? Does it have courage? And does it feel like home? That's the complete Wizard of Oz. This movie has all four of those things. This movie it has some really dark moments in it, which is the greatest part of it, and also some really dark sources of humor. The comic relief characters are these like little possum babies that are kind of morbid. It kind of reminded me a little bit of that Star from the Super Mario Brothers movie, in that like they steal lines about like how when they're playing possum, they're playing dead. Like they have all these different things. Like it's like, sepsis takes I have meningitis. It takes a while. Like they're coming up with reasons for their death. Very funny. There's one where it seems like one of them gets eaten, and then turns out she's not. And the mom, voiced by the iconic Catherine O'Hara, goes, "Oh, great. Like she's already driving them crazy." Stuff like that. Very funny. Had that Lilo and Stitch edge of its humor. But at the same time, when it needs you to cry, without feeling forced, you cry. The ending of this movie is so delicate and so beautiful. And even when they inevitably have that big action climax, it's still kept pretty small scale. It's still kept on a personal level. This movie knows when to be quiet. It doesn't fill all the empty air with noise. Or it trusts the kids in the audience and the adults in the audience it respects their intelligence. It shows them that you can make a sweet little children's story like this and make it wonderful without having to be filled with hip pop culture references and dumb jokes. You can just be a quiet, sweet little movie about this robot. And that's what this is. And I love this movie. I absolutely love The Wild Robot. This is one of the very best films of the year. I'm going to give The Wild Robot, you see it. Bang. 5 out of 5 stars plus. I love this film. This is just, put it up there in the modern, animated film greatest hits of the 2020s, right there with Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio and Marcel the Shell with Shoes On, and Inside Out 2, Soul, whatever you want to, in like the modern, classics of the 2020s animation-wise. This is just fantastic. Anyway, that being said, and Sesame as well. So anyway, that being said, The Wild Robot, 5 out of 5 stars plus. Let's close the book on it. Trailer trash. Let's talk some trailer trash. Pretty short trailer trash this time. Sorry about the ruckus upstairs. I have dogs. My apologies. Yeah, trailer trash. Let's talk some trailer trash. Paddington in Peru, talked about it, looks good. The best Christmas pageant ever, talked about it, looks good. We were seeing that slightly early. We were seeing that the Saturday before it opens. I got tickets to an early showing of it. Sonic the Hedgehog 3, talked about it, looks good. And Dogman. Yeah, this is the spin-off of Captain Underpants, which, speaking of modern animated movies that are awesome, the Captain Underpants movie was fantastic. So I'm looking forward to this. I like these books, the Captain Underpants books, and I've read a couple of the Dogman ones too because it's comforting, and this looks great. I love it, and looks really fun. That's it. And then was there shawarma? Yes, there is additional footage and animation during the credits, and there is an extra scene after the credits. So don't get up right away. It's a lot of fun. So anyway, that is it. We will be back right after this for Megalopolis. Comment section of this one's going to be fun. Then tomorrow, we have, well, not tomorrow, Saturday, because I'm going to be seeing so many movies, I'm not going to have time to do them tomorrow. So we will be checking out, Saturday, we'll have 6 reviews, all before SNL. Aren't you excited? You get to see a whole lot more of me. Yay! We will have reviews for... Oh, no, nobody's cheering. Of course. We will have reviews coming up then for Azrael, the new horror film starring Samara Weaving. The awesome Samara Weaving. As well as Lee, the biopic starring Kate Winslet and Andy Samberg. Yes, that Andy Samberg of Lee Miller. Also, Vindicating Trump. The latest Dinesh D'Souza joint. You know, I could just quit. I could do that. No, I'm kidding. And then also Empire Waste, the teen comedy Empire Waste, as well as Will and Harper, the documentary, which apparently is fantastic, starring Will Ferrell, and Apartment 7A, the prequel to Rosemary's Baby, and the second feature from the terrific Natalie Erica James, who made the incredible Relic from a few years ago, which was on my best of list that year. Also... Monday, we will also have 4 more reviews. It's going to be a packed weekend. We have reviews coming up Monday for Mountain Film Adventure Shorts, the anthology film, as well as Davara Part 1, which is 3 hours 5. It's Part 1. Okay. And that's why we're doing it on Monday. I'm seeing it Sunday, but it's going to be awfully late when I get home because it's long. We also have reviews of the new George Clooney Brad Pitt action comedy Wolves, and AMC Screen Unseen, which is probably going to be Whitebird. So that's coming up, and that'll all be next time. And until next time, I'm Grant, the movie and TV guy. I see it all, and I'm happy to share it with you. I love you all. I appreciate you all. Love you all, class dismissed. I love you 3000. Be kind to one another. If you like this video, give it a like if you want to. Give it a subscribe if you want to. Give it the bell. I don't know what it does. That's what you're supposed to do, or so I've been told. Leave a comment. Even if it's, hey, Grant, I like waffles. It really helps out. If you want to find me elsewhere, reviews, lists, and other fun stuff, you can find me on all my social media. I'm on literally everything, and either Raised on Popcorn with Grant or Raised on Popcorn. Take care of yourself. Take care of your mental health. It's incredibly important. And I want to know down below, what did you think of The Wild Robot? Did you like the movie? Did you hate the movie? How could you hate this movie? But did you think this movie's good? Think I'm full of shit? Comment below. Let me know. And until we meet again, we were all raised on popcorn. Hey, mouth extra butter. I'll catch you guys next time. Like real soon. Take care, everyone. Bye. Take care.